Marc, we're back again. Apparently the last 3 days have been interesting. The coaches have been talking, and NRF Futsal Premier League draft. There's been a few trades. Two notable ones, which I'm keen to discuss with you today. We're just under 2 weeks from when the competition kicks off on the 4th of October at the Pullman Arena. Maybe you can begin, Marc, with your thoughts on the two trades and discuss who's traded who.
Yeah, definitely some wheelings and dealings. I'm sure late night phone calls. Todd, pleasure to be here again to go through these trades. First up, we see a 4th round trade. Dan Culpan and Hamish Grey switching places between the North and Eastlands. So Dan Culpan into the North, while Hamish Grey joins the Eastlands. And the first thing you can't help but notice is the Culpan brothers linking back up at the North, Todd.
Certainly, I mean, the two have played a lot of futsal together and they do quite well, Marc. And it's a smart one from Sam Coyle. And I think Dan will be happy with that as well. And I think we mentioned it during the draft picks about how Dan was likely to score a few goals. And now he's back in his team with his brother. I imagine we're probably going to see a few more. And Hamish Grey to Eastlands. He played under Ben Hill at Selwyn College, if I recall correctly. So I imagine he'll slot into that team quite nicely. And yeah, I don't think either player will mind being chucked across.
No, it'd be interesting to see as well players' reactions in terms of what they were thinking they were getting themselves into and a couple of changes. I wonder if Ben is happy with his brother joining him, or the chance. We did talk about it in the draft show about the two brothers going against each other and how excited we were to see that. But now they're on the same side. I'm sure they'll look to link up again. The other trade, the Westlands pick up Ahmadi and the South pick up Denny Twigg, both 5th round picks. Thoughts on that one, Todd?
I mean, I don't think there's any surprises there with Ahmadi going back to play under Sam Masterton. He's originally from the Waikato, and I'm sure he would have been looking fondly at the Rapids when they won last season at the Men's Super League. So I imagine he's really excited to be back in that squad. And he's played a number of games with the players in the Westland side. So for me, it's, again, not a bad trade from Masterton. And Aliho's managed to pick up Denny Twigg. And as we mentioned in the draft, Marc, he's an exciting player. And in the experienced South side, I think he'll bring a bit of flair in there and, make these old fellas run around a little bit more.
Yeah, it does bring the average age of the team down nicely. I think, if my calculations are correct, Todd, maybe 6 or 7 years, the average age drops there. So Denny Twigg into that side, I'm sure he'll add some great firepower. And Ahmadi as well. I think you've said it there, is back with his what he knows. And it'll be exciting to see what they can come up. I mean, do you think for you, Todd, this changes the favourite tag that you talked about during the draft show? Are these big changes for a team, or is this expected?
That's a good question, Marc. And if I remember correctly, I think you were going for supporting the Westland side to potentially take out the competition, and I chose the Souths. I'd stand by my comments earlier, and I still believe the Souths have got the right ingredients there and the right players to pinch a victory in the first draft competition. However, I imagine, the trades do, put the cats amongst the pigeons. And Culpan going back playing with his brother, I think, doesn't necessarily strengthen that side. It just creates a bit more chemistry in that North setup. And at the same time, Grey playing with the youngsters in the Eastland side, I think the trades are probably going to complement each team more so than they already were when we first saw them. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to wonder if the change for Culpan will increase the number of goals he scores. Just linking up with his brother there, they do work well together. We've seen that on the court for Northern when they play together. But I mean, I think Ahmadi going back that's the big, he's a puzzle piece that fits nicely into Masterson's plans, and I'm sure he was working hard to get that pick. It really does make you wonder if there was any tactical picking around where they could work the trade. I mean, the Culpan pick in terms of a trade to me feels like, trying to play against Ben Hill, who probably has worked with Hamish in the past, as you said, and knowing that when Coyle had the double pick in the snake format, it does allow for making a few more tactical decisions.
Yeah, certainly, Marc. You make some very good points there. Is there any trades that you think could have been discussed, Marc, or any ones that you maybe would have done specifically if you were leading one of these sides?
Yeah, well, I probably would have looked to, I mean, if I was picking my favourite side, the Westlands tag, probably, look, to be honest, I'm happy with the picks. I'm happy with these teams. I'm excited. And I think we're going to see some high-scoring matches, Todd.
I hope so. I hope so indeed. And I imagine we will. There's some exciting players on this list, on all lists. And I'm going for the South. You're going for the Westlands. I can't wait for it to start. 4th of October at the Pullman Arena. If you are in the Auckland region or even the Waikato, make sure you get yourself down and support these players as they begin the 2020 inaugural NRF Futsal Premier League.
Thank you, Todd.